How to apply for Research Ethics Board or Animal Utilization Protocol approval. Applying for a certification, either human ethics or animal care, is the same process using the Romeo Research Portal. For this demonstration, I'm using the Research Ethics Board approval application. Once logged into the Romeo Research Portal, click on Apply New to access active online applications. Next, click on the title of the application you want to apply for. In this example, we are applying for a Research Ethics Board Researchers Agreement Form. On the first tab, the Project Info tab, enter the title of your project in the Project Title text box. Also enter the start date, end date, and any applicable keywords. Any fields marked with a red asterisk are mandatory. If the project is not funded, you can skip the box on Related Awards and proceed to the Project Team Info tab. If the project funding is administered through Lakehead University, click on the search key located under the Related Awards. All projects associated with your name should appear. Click Select for the funding project that is tied to your ethics application. If your project is not listed, please contact Sue Wright in the Office of Research Services. Next, proceed to the Project Team Info tab. Verify that the information is correct, specifically the affiliation, as this will affect where your application is forwarded in the online approval process. Please note only a principal investigator may submit an application form. For additional project members, scroll down to Add New. If the investigator is already in the database, you can search by last name. Simply type in their last name where indicated and then click Retrieve Information. Cells will be auto-populated. If the researcher is not in the database, you can type the information in the required fields to add them. The role of each team member is defaulted to co-investigator. Please ensure that the role in project is correctly selected. They could be a collaborator, partner, project staff, student, etc. Next, proceed to the third tab, the Research Ethics Board Researchers Agreement Form. This will open an additional set of tabs: General Information, Preliminary Checklist, the Research Ethics Review Criteria, and Informed Consent Checklist. Respond to all the questions on the three tabs: General Information, Preliminary Checklist, and the Research Ethics Review Criteria. The fourth tab is a checklist provided to assist applicants submitting projects which require participant consent. Remember, all fields with a red asterisk are mandatory. To include copies of your TCPS2 certificates, cover letters, consent forms, etc., go to the Attachments tab and click Add Attachments. Choose the file from your hard drive to upload. You have the option of choosing a description from the drop-down list for your attachments, such as supporting documents REB, but this is not mandatory. Select Add Attachment to complete the transaction. If all mandatory fields are not filled in, there will be a final tab called an Errors tab. Click on the Errors tab to see a listing of any errors. An application cannot be submitted until all mandatory fields are filled in. When all mandatory fields have a response, the Errors tab will disappear. Once you have included all your documentation and responded to all the questions, select Submit to send the application to the online approval process or the workflow. The application will be automatically forwarded to your department chair for approval. You will receive confirmation email indicating approval, and then the application will automatically be forwarded to the Office of Research Services. Once submitted, you will receive confirming emails each time the application is forwarded through the approval workflow process. If further clarification is required, you will receive an email indicating so. At any time, you can view the status of your application by logging into the Romeo Research Portal. Click on Applications Submitted under Review. Click on View and check the workflow log. Here you will see a log by date whenever an action has taken place on the project. If you have any questions during the process, please contact Bonnie Knott, Romeo Administrator, 343-8934 or bknott@lakeheadu.ca.